Okay, so basically when you are in your forms manager within your site, you're going to be able to come in here, and this is the basic layout of the forms library. You can see you've got your filters up here at the top. You're going to be able to select multiple filters at once. We're still debating whether or not we need to have that button there. But you definitely will be able to clear all your filters at once too. Here you're going to be able to search, and a difference in the search function is that you're going to be able to not just filter by, you could type in a category or a manufacturer and it would filter your list to that, but you're also going to be able to search the form content, so the actual fields within the form. Over here, we're going to show the forms that are selected. We'll get into that in a second. You're also going to be able to change the sort based on a variety of things. So pretty much on every one of these columns except description, and by popularity. And popularity is basically just it's just comparing all the forms and figuring out which one is in the most number of sites. So that's how we gauge popularity. Over here, you're going to see we've got a little preview button, and you've got an option to select a form. If you select a form, it would increment this count up. So basically, as you select forms that you want to add to your site, we're going to keep a tally of them because they could be on a variety of pages. So we're just going to keep them all consolidated here. So you can see this one, for example, there's a form down here that's in use. And what that basically means is that that form is already in the user's site. If they want to, they can actually remove it from here by just clicking on this little red button next to it, in which case it would say, hey, you're about to remove this form from your site. Do you want to proceed? In this case, I'll say no. Obviously, if they said yes, that would revert to like a green button, so they could reselect it if they wanted to. With that said, I'll show you. So, let's imagine that we had filtered to a variety of different pages, and that's how we accumulated these 7 forms. It was based on, maybe we've got a BMW form, a Mercedes form in there. So it took quite a few searches. So that's why it's important that we're saving all of these forms in like a consolidated area. Because you don't want to have to go back and search to see whether or not it's selected. So if we click on that, it's going to pull up a little drop-down menu showing the forms that we've selected by name, and you can just click remove next to them if you want to remove any of those forms. In this case, we won't remove any. So now the next feature is going to be probably the one that is going to make or break this product. It's going to be the preview of the forms. So if I click on the form preview, you can see I'm going to be able to look at the entire form here, at least as much as we can fit on the screen. And I've got the form name up here. Over here, I have the option to zoom in to the form, and if I did that, I would be able to hold down with my mouse button and pan around. That's really important because some forms have really, really small text and really small areas of data input, so you got to have that. We also would be able to select the form from here. So one thing to keep in mind with the preview is while this is open, the customer or the user can still navigate through everything else in this pop-up. So they'll be able to go to this, they'll be able to reset their filters, they'll be able to do anything that they want, and this will not change until they click over here and select a new row to preview. Another cool feature here is that we want to allow them to just tab down with their directional keypad, so they could just hit the down button, and as they do that, it would cycle through these rows and populate the preview here for that form row that they have tabbed down to. And that's about it. Once they've got all their forms selected here, they can go ahead and click Add Selected Forms to my site, and it will add them, and they will have them in their site in their Forms Manager.